What will you do if we had an extra stimulus? If they gave us another round, like a third round of stimulus? Do you think Americans deserve a third round, or the other half, as I would say, a stimulus? Did you save some of yours, or did you just not? So, hi, welcome to the Dinky Show. That's what we're going to be talking about today, is do Americans need more stimulus money? So, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. So do that. Give you a few minutes to do so, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like this. And also don't forget to share and comment. It really helps out my channel, and I appreciate you guys. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I had a friend who has her own Facebook page, and she was talking about it, and a lot of coworkers at work were talking about it. And somebody's like, you should talk about this on your YouTube channel, on your Dinky Show. And I said, okay. So I wanted to get you guys' opinions and thoughts, because I don't know. It's a really toughy subject, because a lot of people from experience from working retail is they didn't save their money, and they would use their stimulus money, from what I would see, is on stuff they didn't need. For example, there was a young couple, really nice couple. They were arguing, and I had to help them because there was nobody in sporting goods, and I just happened to be walking by because I was on my way out. I was clocking out to go home. So I stopped by and I said, sure, I'll help you guys. And the guy was telling his wife, well, you got no say so, because you that's how you're gonna spend your stimulus money. So that's how you want to spend it. Then I'm not complaining. And she was like, are you sure you want to get that rifle? That's how you want it? And it was just a BB gun rifle, but still, he's like, yes, that's how I want to spend it. I ain't complaining about how you're gonna spend. And she was like, oh, okay, you know. And then I would see people. I was like, man. I asked this one guy, was like, you know, it's like tax season. He's like, now I'm able to get that one TV I don't really need. But so a lot of people were complaining and crying out that they need more because they can't afford their bills. Everything's piling up. They can't afford their rent. So I can't judge and say that those were the type of people because of what their mistakes were. I really don't know. But from my experience, from what I've seen from work and from what everybody else was talking about, is yes, a lot of people were spending their money on stuff they really didn't need. And it's difficult to say, because I would watch them on a daily basis. I would ask, it's really not my business, but when they do it in front of you and they're arguing about it, you're kind of like, whoa. Like, so that is the question today, is do you think that we deserve another round of stimulus or not? I was able to save half of mine, and this is part of it. I only saved $200 worth of mine, but I have $300 in here because I started saving, and every paycheck I get out 100, and my husband puts out 100 from his, and I put out 100 from mine, and we put it in here and we saved. But we had to use a little bit of it because my car kind of broke down, and we fixed it, and then I had to use some because I was out of work. And an update from that is I will be getting paid for my 2 weeks off, because I was in close contact with somebody who had COVID, and they texted me and informed me that I should go get tested and quarantine because they tested positive for COVID-19. And so I said, okay. I was exposed to it twice. One by a friend who I gave a ride to. If you haven't seen my last videos, explains. And then her daughter tested positive, but I was also exposed by another family member, and they tested positive, which they're doing great, thank God. But I went and tested, and they're both times negative. So it's like negative. And so, but because I was exposed to it, because sometimes you can get exposed to COVID-19 and still not show any symptoms and still come out negative. And then later your symptoms start to show. And you're like, so they just told me just go ahead and quarantine and just to keep monitoring myself and see how it goes. And they will pay me for 2 weeks. And at first they were telling me, no, we're not going to pay you. And it was kind of getting stressful, but God is good and he helped me out, and all glory to him. And yeah, but either way, this is what my video is about. Sorry, I got a little off topic. But a lot of people are saying that Americans don't deserve more money because their lack of spending it. They don't spend it on what they need to use it for. So a lot of people are saying they need to get off their feet, they're being too lazy, they need to get a job, or they're just not doing what they need to do. So what are your thoughts? And I want to know your thoughts, so comment down below. And I want to know from you guys, because a lot of people have been telling me is that they also don't want it because of the fact that they think they're going to take it out of our taxes and we're going to get less taxes, which I can see that and that fear, and I agree, and it's kind of scary. But what do you guys think? Do you guys honestly think that we deserve like a third or the other half of the first half of our stimulus? I know government is working really hard. I know the new president, Mr. Biden, is working extremely hard on this, but everybody is like, oh, the Democrats, blah, blah, blah. And if we get too political, then that's what happens. We just end up arguing and the whole political. And I keep telling people I don't want to get into the which political party is doing it. It's just we're all doing it, and I honestly don't know. In my opinion, it would be nice to get another stimulus to help all those who are really, really in need, because there are some people that with $600 they couldn't pay their full rent, because sometimes some people have to pay their rent is maybe $1,000, $1,200, or their rent is they have their rent is $700 or $800, and they were still short because every penny they get, they had to hold on to it for buying food. Because some people I've met had to decide whether they eat or find or rent, and they chose food over rent because they had to eat, and they were later going to try to figure out how to come up with that money. And a lot of people are robbing, stealing banks, going crazy, and I've seen that firsthand because I've seen good people go into my retail store that I work at and just take whatever they think they can because they're so stressed out that instead of paying for it, they take it because everything is stressing people out. And I understand that and I get that. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys' comments. So this is what the video was about. Was requested by my friends on Facebook. They were telling me that I should talk about it. And so this is what I'm talking about. It is, do you think we deserve a third or the second or the third round, whatever you want to call it, stimulus? Well, let me know. And I hope you guys are staying safe, having a great, fantastic day. And I'll see you guys soon.